Dorian hit, I think, one shot tonight, but ended up like a plus 20, plus 25 or something like that. How much of a value is it to have a guy who is a really smothering wing alongside the other wings you have in this offense right now?
Yeah, he's not going to be a guy, especially early, that you see his value in the stat sheet. So being solid and, like I mentioned before last game, his communication, IQ, toughness, all those things. But not surprising. You saw what happened when he was in the game. Shots and rhythm is going to come back eventually. Legs are going to come back, wind and conditioning, but just adds to the depth. It's not a drop off at all. If anything, it kind of bumps up as far as the communication IQ, like I said. So great to have him back and knock the rust off little by little.
How encouraging is it for you guys to have two convincing wins after that tough stretch I'll have before those two games?
Hey, that's good, but I don't, especially the way we guarded, 63 points tonight after 3 quarters, and good focus on Christmas Day as well. But you lose a few overtime games, it could easily go the other way, especially if we don't foul, and so the record looks a lot different. You don't overreact to that. You just try to clean up the things that you can control, which was the fouls at the end, and obviously letting the lead slip. And so you look at big picture, and like I said, not overreact. We had huge leads in 2 of those games. Denver, like I said, fouled at the end, and New Orleans, but could have easily went 5-1 on that trip if we handled business in regulation, especially with the leads. So look at the positives, but also look at the things that hampered us and allowed them to come back in the game, and not base these 2 games on that.
Reed had 4 steals tonight and a blocked shot. He's become one of the better players in the league at anticipating steals and getting blocks as a trailing defender. Is that something you encourage him more to do this season, trusting that he will come up with a block without fouling or come up with a steal?
Yeah, he has great instinct. It's mainly fouling the shooters. When he's in a good position, I think he's really improved as far as that. But yeah, he had 4 in the first half. We had 10 of their 12 turnovers were steals, so guys were active. He kind of was ahead of the snake as far as that, but always had great hands coming out of college, and anticipation is good. We just want him to be more solid when he's guarding on ball and not fouling shooters as much. I think that's something that we as a team need to improve on, and he's getting better at as well.
How would you evaluate the guard play you're getting, especially at the quarterback position? What are your thoughts about that?
It's improvement. It's up. Like I said, we've had ups and downs all year, and it's coming back to kind of bite us in late game situations at times. But guys are improving. I think tonight felt really good, and the Laker game, that we had multiple guys handling, multiple guys screening, and big, small, all over the place. And so some guys were like recipients and handlers, and when you get them in, and Reed and Kevin and all these different guys, it feels like we kind of pick our spots and where to go, and then that's when the turnovers can get high when multiple guys are handling. But we need everybody to improve in that area, and Reed and men specifically have taken on that duty, and I think improved as the years gone on.
When you have those lineups where it's Kevin and Reed and Steven, is Steven's offensive rebounding almost accentuated, I guess? It seems like those scramble situations will be hard when you have 2 elite 3-point shooters for defenses to handle.
Yeah, the kick out threes are a big thing. If Steven doesn't have a putback, he's a smart guy that knows he has 3 bodies on him. Someone's going to be open on the perimeter, and so he's always looking for those guys. But yeah, to your point with the spacing and the shooters, like I said, multiple guys can be put in the action, and it kind of keeps teams off balance and allows Steven to get behind. And he had some nice rolls and dunk-ins today and get on the glass. So yeah, it's what he does is paramount for us. You've seen the last few games, and when he doesn't come up with it, a lot of guys are freed up for those rebounds as well.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.